Hello everybody, today I'm going to be ranking every Nintendo console ever made. I know this is quite different from what I usually do, but recently I finished my collection of Nintendo consoles and I was proud of myself, and then I wanted to make this video. I don't have all the variants of consoles, like I don't have the IQ player, which is a variant of the N64, or the Panasonic, which is a variant of the GameCube. Looks like it was designed by an alien. But I have all the mainline consoles, no variants yet. I will get all of them eventually, but not yet. And when I do get all the variants of each console, like the top loader for the NES, or the SNES Classic Edition, stuff like that, maybe I'll re-rank every Nintendo console, including variants, which won't change the ranking very much at all, but you never know. But anyways, this is the main 9 consoles I counted. I have the NES, the Super Nintendo, the N64, the Virtual Boy, the GameCube, Wii, Wii U, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch OLED. I counted both of the Switches, but not the Lite version, because that's a handheld, and I don't count it. But I do count the regular Switch and the Switch OLED as different consoles. So yeah, I'll get straight into this. And I'm sure if you know anything about all of these, number 9, or last place, is easily the Virtual Boy. It really does suck. It's like, it's really bad. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a VR, but on a stand, and it only projects black and white images. Sounds like a piece of crap, don't it? It really is. It's so bad. The Virtual Boy is... It's actually kind of better than people say it is, but that doesn't mean it's any good. I don't own very many games for this because they are quite expensive and rare. But the games that I do own, I've played them all, and I will say Mario Tennis is quite fun on the Virtual Boy. And I forgot the name of the, let me go get it real quick. Okay, I just got the game. I also have Wario's Land. I just had to get it because I wanted to remember the name of it. I never beat it all the way through because I couldn't stand it, but I eventually will. It's pretty fun as well. I'm honestly impressed with the Virtual Boy. From what I heard before I bought this thing, that's the biggest pile of dog crap ever made, and I was gonna hate it. That's what I was told, but I actually enjoyed it for the most part. I still don't like it all that much. It's just a lot better than I was expecting. Number 8 is the Nintendo Entertainment System. Just because this thing is old doesn't mean it's any good. There's a difference between old school and outdated. Old school is things that are old and you can still have fun with. Outdated is things that are old you can't have no fun with. Unfortunately, I know this is going to make a lot of you mad. This thing is outdated. So outdated it was never indated. I want to get a top loader. That's like what I'm saving up for now, is a top loader NES made by Nintendo, because this thing is so unpredictable. And this is the only reason, well, it would still probably be here if it worked, but I have 2 NESs, and neither of them, well, I can say they both work how they were intended, which isn't very well. It's so unpredictable. I'll put a cartridge in, say Paperboy, and then it's a 50-50 chance if it works or not. Literally, the Paperboy only works on one of my NESs, but then Pac-Man only works on the other one. It's so unpredictable. It's just terrible. And then you gotta blow in the cartridges, put it back in, and then sometimes Paperboy still won't work on that one NES. And then you'll get the old Q-tip trick, put some alcohol on it, and wipe it down, and it still doesn't even work. Paperboy literally just don't work on one of my NESs, but it works on the other one. And same goes for Pac-Man, but with the other NES that does work on Paperboy. So yeah, it's just so unpredictable. Main reason that I don't like the NES very much. I would enjoy it if they worked, but I'm getting a top loader, and that's gonna fix every problem, I think. Number 7, the Nintendo 64. I love the games on this console. Not so much. I absolutely love the games on this, My favorite game of all time is Super Mario 64. It's awesome. I love it. Super Mario 64 will never be topped by any game. My mom don't like it so much. I know from experience. I played it with her, and she hated it. But I love it. But the console itself, it's not very impressive. For the time it was, but it looks like polygons slapped into a video game. It doesn't look very good. But the games are good. A lot better than the NES's games. Kind of. Sometimes. Never mind. Okay, anyways, I am alright with this console. It's pretty fun. And the graphics are literally the only thing holding this thing back. If it looked like the GameCube, that's a different story. Number 6, GameCube. If you're wondering why I chose orange for the GameCube, it's because the main controller I use for GameCube is orange. So I chose to color them orange. The GameCube is awesome. It looks good. It is good. The games are okay. Super Mario Sunshine, never been a big fan of it. I haven't even played Mario Kart Double Dash. I'm really wanting that game. But yeah, I don't actually have too much experience with this game because I just don't. I like other game consoles better than this one. This one's like super mid-range for me. A lot of people love it, but I'm just, it's mid-tier for me. It's okay. The intro is super iconic. I honestly don't even know why it got so popular. But it did. It definitely did. The controller is awesome. I love the controller. By the way, about the N64, the controller sucks. It's the worst controller Nintendo's ever made. I don't know what they were thinking. But this controller is a good controller. Not the best, but it's a good controller. Number 5, this might make a little bit some of you mad at first, but you'll hear me out. Nintendo Switch. Just hear me out. The Switch OLED is also on this same list. And why buy the Nintendo Switch when you can buy a Switch OLED? That's why I put this lower than I should have. Probably. I don't know. The Nintendo Switch is awesome. I got it back when it first came out, and I loved it. Before that, I had a Wii U, and I played the crap out of that. I played it so much that my touchscreen started to wear off. I used that thing so much. I played Mario Maker and Super Mario 3D World. It was awesome. But the Nintendo Switch, back to the Nintendo Switch. It's an awesome console, but I'll talk to it much more when I get to the Switch OLED. So, number 4 is the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or Super Nintendo. It's awesome. I love this thing. I've been playing it so much lately. It's awesome. This console looks great. The reason that I put this way above the N64 is because this console still looks good to this day, while the Nintendo 64 doesn't look good at all to this day. This thing still holds up for 2D games. It's an awesome looking console. I love it. I just recently 100%ed Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World. I love Super Mario World, by the way, but yeah, I did on the Super Mario All-Stars. I did Super Mario Bros. 1, both quests, the normal quest and harder quest on 1 and 2 player, and I completed the lost levels all the way through World 1 to D4. Super Mario Bros. 2, I've completed all 7 worlds. Super Mario Bros. 3, I completed all 8 worlds with 1 player and 2 player. And Super Mario World, I've gotten all 96 secret exits. I don't even know why I'm talking about the game on this that I've been playing recently, but back to the console itself. It's awesome. It's really sometimes annoying because I was playing Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, and I was getting so mad. I literally spent 2 full days trying to beat 100cc on the Special Cup, and then I beat it right before school, and then I got so excited. And then I started playing it, and then I pressed reset to go back, and then I was surprised to see that there was a 150cc mode. I said, screw that. And one time on the Super Nintendo, I got a little excited, and I accidentally pressed the eject button with my toe, and then I was mad because I was playing Super Mario World, and then I had to redo all the stuff before it saved. So yeah, it's a good console, but it's the lack of saves on certain games, a lot of games actually. But yeah, moving on to number 3 is the Wii. Currently, I don't have any games for the Wii. Not any physical copies for the Wii. Yeah, I know that sounds weird, but I don't have any physical copies for the Wii at all. And I only have one controller for the Wii. I don't have very much stuff for the Wii. No physical copies or no more than one controller. And the controller I'm stuck with using is a Wii remote and a nunchuck. I need to get a pro controller for this console and buy some physical copies. I know. But anyways, this console's awesome. It's a lot better than anything before it. A lot better than anything before it. It's pretty cool, but the sensor, I don't have any problem with the sensor, but it's definitely didn't age too well. At least mine didn't. The sensor for me doesn't work all that great. It works fine, but not the best. Compared to the Nintendo Switch, this thing looks like crap. The Nintendo Switch did everything this did, but better. But for what it is, this thing is awesome. I love the Wii a lot. When I first got it, I was so excited. Oh crap, I accidentally just skipped 2 slides. Number 2 is the Wii U. The Wii U is awesome. This isn't my first Nintendo console, but it's one of the first Nintendo consoles I ever got. Back in 2013 or 14, one of the two. I got it only because I wanted to buy Super Mario 3D World. I watched Zach Scott games a million years ago playing Super Mario 3D World, and I wanted to play it because it looked like the world's best game. And it was, for me, when I was playing it for the first time. I got the Wii U for Christmas, and it's awesome. Out of all the consoles I have, except for the Nintendo Switch and NES, I have the most amount of games for this thing. I have so many games for it. But yeah, the gamepad is awesome. I love the gamepad. Although if I play it for more than like 3 hours, it starts to like cramp up my hands, because I have rather big hands, and it doesn't really fit. My hands don't really fit on that thing very well, so my hands will start cramping up if I play Mario Maker. Luckily, there's a sequel on the Switch. But yeah, there's actually, now that I think about it, there's not really a point to buying this thing, because all the good games on this thing came to the Switch. But anyways, I do love this thing. I really do. But if YouTube worked on this, and if you hear weird sounds, the dog is currently sleeping and he's making weird sounds. But if this thing still had a functioning YouTube service, I'd probably use this more than the Nintendo Switch. Because the only time I use the Nintendo Switch is when I'm playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Tennis Aces, and some other Mario game, or I'm watching YouTube. And if I had the Wii U if the Wii U still had YouTube up, then I would probably use this thing way more than the Nintendo Switch. I love it. It's awesome. It's great. It's way better than the Wii. It does everything the Wii does, but way better. But anyways, number 1 is the Nintendo Switch OLED. And I know it seems weird to have the Nintendo Switch all the way at, I don't remember what place, and then have the Nintendo Switch OLED way up here at number 1. But there's a very good reason for it, is because they're close to the same price now. Anyways, as far as I'm concerned. And this thing is just so much better. The OLED screen looks awesome. And it's slightly bigger, which is actually kind of a worse thing, because it doesn't fit on certain accessories for the regular Switch. But the white version is the one that I have, where the Joy-Cons are white and the dock is white. It looks awesome. It's the best looking Nintendo console besides the Super Nintendo for me, in my opinion. And the screen is a lot bigger, because on the original Switch there are like these massive black borders, and it's really ugly. But this thing looks awesome. I love the Switch OLED. I don't think Nintendo's ever going to make anything better than this console, but they can prove me wrong, and I hope they do. But I love this console. It's literally an upgraded version of the Nintendo Switch. That's the reason I didn't know if I was going to include the Switch OLED or if I was just going to include the Switch and the Switch OLED as one. But I decided to include them as separate consoles because I feel like they deserve it. They're different enough. But it's not like it has any different games or anything. It's all the same games, same controllers work with it. It's literally just an OLED screen. That's the only difference. And the kickstand. The kickstand is a whole lot better on this thing. The kickstand on the regular Switch is like tiny, and then if a little beetle or a ladybug flew by and blew on it, it would fall over. But the Switch OLED, a tank wouldn't be able to knock it over. It's sturdy. It's a nice kickstand. And by the way, unfortunately, with my original Nintendo Switch, it kind of broke. And then I tried fixing it, and then it didn't work. What happened is it charges, it does everything fine, but it refuses to go in docked mode. And I was doing a bunch of research back then when it first broke, and I've seen that a lot of other people had the same problem, where when you put it in the dock, it'll do the green flash like it always does at first, but then usually it goes to a solid green light on the bottom left hand of the dock. But mine just flashes repeatedly like it's spazzing out, and I didn't know what's up with that. I don't even know why I'm mentioning that, but it's just something that happened to my Nintendo Switch. Still works on handheld, just not regularly. But the Switch OLED, the docked mode is I think the docked mode is exactly the same, and I never play it handheld. But just when I do, say I'm at school, I'm in science, I'm bored as crap, I'll just pull my Nintendo Switch OLED out and start playing Mario Kart while the teacher's yelling at me, and I'll continue playing Mario Kart. That's not a true story, by the way. It slightly is, kind of. I did play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in school, and it was fun, and I did get yelled at, and I put it away, okay? But anyways, that was every Nintendo console ranked from worst to best, in my opinion. Let me know what your opinions are, and if you agree with me at all. And by the way, I was thinking about a video idea. Let me know if you think this is a good idea. I was going to try to buy every Mario game ever made, and I was going to rank every Mario game out there. I already have most Mario games, but there are a couple big ones that I haven't played, like Super Mario Galaxy 2. I played one Paper Mario, which was on the Wii, back when I used to have it 1.5 million years ago. I haven't played Mario Goes Missing or Mario's Time Machine on the NES or SNES. I haven't played Mario Kart Double Dash. I haven't played a couple big ones. But yeah, let me know if you think that's a good idea to rank every Mario game out there. And if I should include other ones, like what I should include as a Mario game. I wouldn't count Smash Bros. Unless you want me to include Smash Bros. I don't think that's a good idea at all, because it's a Nintendo thing, not a Mario thing. But anyways, just let me know if you think that's a good idea. And anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment if I should rank all the Mario games. Subscribe if you have not. I suck at outros. Goodbye.